Today we're in Delhi, India, and we're so excited to be here for massive amounts of street food. The city is so full of colour and life and great food.
There are a bunch of hidden gems that we are desperate to show you. Let's get on with it.
Delhi's food culture is unique, vibrant and steeped in history. This is our third video from Delhi and we're taking you into the heart of the local food scene. Watch out for a fourth generation family shop which has been serving up a popular breakfast of bedmi puri, fluffy deep fried bread with spicy potato gravy, to its loyal fans since 1920. We wander through Old Delhi's laneways to find a shop specialising in fragrant buffalo biryani. Visit a heritage shop dating back to 1906, serving up kulfi, Indian-style ice cream in a crazy unique way, and join the crowds at a local favourite, serving golden fried aloo tikki, deep fried potato croquettes, and dahi bala, yogurt-soaked lentil balls. In this India series, we'll show you some of the country's best food, from street food like you've never seen before to traditional local favourites. You don't want to miss this series. Get ready for some mouth-watering food.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate.
We hope you're hungry. Let's eat.
We're starting this video in the beautiful chaos of Chowdhury Bazaar, and this is a wholesale market full of brass, copper and wedding cards. And today it is especially exhilarating because there's a procession which is heading down the street, a religious procession. There are a couple of big Brahmin bulls which are pulling a carriage down the street. They've got the rhythmic beating of drums, people are playing musical instruments, and then all of the traffic is backed up because they can't get past because of the procession. It is chaos, it's fantastic. But we're actually heading down the street on foot to our first stop. We're here to eat a special snack called bedmi puri, which is a bread served with a potato dish. And this shop is special because they only actually serve it chaos! They only serve it before 1 o'clock, so we're hoping we can get there in time. This is the spot right here for the bedmi puri, and I think I can see some guys still tucking into it, so we may have made it just in time. Let's go and order. Namaste. Oh wow, I've actually just come around the corner of this spot and it is all action. Look, so they're making the puri. Namaste. They're making the puri right here. So these are the little dough balls. The bread is made up of lentils and also wheat flour, and they're puffing right up. Look at them, big, big puffy balls of bread. And then we've got all of the different snacks here that they sell, but that's what we're after. We've ordered, oh, is this ours? Bedmi puri? Oh, it's for you. I was about to steal yours. Okay, so I've got the fresh as anything, oh, dhanyavad, fresh as anything puri. Whoa, look how big they are. Wow, they're hot too. So I've got that, I've got a potato dish here, and then also I think another dish which I'll grab when I've got a free hand.
Look how puffy these bedmi puri are. So they're fully like a pillow. Very interesting watching them being made. So he's taking the little ball of dough, so it's a wheat flour and a lentil dough, rolling it flat, chucking it in the oil to start deep frying it, and it puffs up, but it flattens out very quickly, and he's taking it out of the oil and then letting it sit before it goes back into the oil for a second fry, and that is when it really puffs up into the shape, and that's when it gets golden and crispy. So it's got a bit of crispiness on it. It's a little bit soft. You can see as I push it, there's a bit of softness there, but it is quite crispy. So that second deep fry he does gives it that golden look, but also gives it a little bit of structure. So then it really holds its puffiness. And I like how this stall's quite undercover. So from the street, you think it's just a sweet stall. So there's lots of sweets here, but tucked around the back in the little laneway is where they're making this specialty dish. And so the stand hidden up the back where it's all being made is not just popular with us humans. Far out. A monkey just showed up. I'm scared to death of these guys. I'm glad he's got something to eat and he's not coming near me, but far out. So we're right in the city, got a monkey hanging out. and this amazing food being made. We've got the big puris, and we've got two little side dishes to go with it. So this one is a dal with some chickpeas in it, so a nice thick dal. And this one is a potato curry with what looks like a sort of a purple carrot just sitting on top of there. So it's all about ripping and dipping here. So let's rip right in. Oh, look at all the spices in there. Oh, wow. It is packed with different spices. I can see some fennel seeds, a whole lot of chili. That's incredible. Oh, a real good dunk into there. Oh man. Oh, that is so good. That curry is amazing. It's very thick, a lot of spices. I can't tell where the flavor is coming from, so I'm going to eat some of this by itself. Oh, yeah. These are a great vessel for flavor. So in themselves, they're very flavorsome. They've got a lot of spices and that are all lined up in there, but it's not crazy full on. It's not a huge punch in the mouth. Let's pile some of this potato curry onto this one. So, oh yes, a couple of nice big bits of potato, and then I'll give it a big swim in there as well. Oh, yum. That's much lighter, a little bit tangy. Oh, the potato's super soft. Wow, this is good. These are just a great vessel for these side dishes. And man, we're in amongst the action. So, look, there's a horse. It's just a horse cruising by with a cart. And we're right on the street where we just saw the parade. So it is loud, it's noisy, and the food is very good. Oh, these are great. Let's rip into the second one. Wow, these bedmi puris are so good. They're incredibly well fried, so they're very dry, which makes them beautiful to eat. And I'm loving both the sides, but it's this chickpea dal that's just really got me going. Oh. The flavor is incredible. This is a great start.
We're in a part of the city called Old Delhi, and Old Delhi is best to explore on foot. It's made up of a ton of little alleyways. It's very pokey, very cramped. Old Delhi was actually built as a walled city. It was the capital city of the Mughal Empire. And the Mughal Empire ruled northern India from the early 16th century to the mid 18th century, and it was a Muslim dynasty. The food in this area of the city has a lot of those influences, a lot of meat-heavy dishes, very rich dishes. So things like the kormas and the nihari that we ate in another video that we filmed in Delhi. The next food that we're going to eat is another Mughlai dish. It's a biryani. Wow, gosh. So we've arrived at our biryani spot, and they've got these big biryani pots, and they've got both buffalo and chicken biryani. Look at all the steam rising out of the pot, and the rice is just glistening with beautiful oils. I think we have buffalo. Please, yes, just one plate. Wow, the rice is so creamy. It seems like every third shop in Old Delhi serves biryani, but we've come to this particular spot because it's a local's favourite, and it's supposed to do a very good buffalo biryani. So I got the half portion, and look at this rice. I just can't get over how fluffy and loose it looks, and it's just shimmering with oil. Look at that. And then I've got some real big chunks of buffalo in there. It looks very tender. I'm just prodding it with a spoon, and the meat is just collapsing. Whoa, look at that. Biryani is essentially a meat and rice dish, and this one is cooked dum style. So all of the ingredients for the dish go into that pot. A lid is placed on top and then it's sealed with clay, and then the whole thing is cooked really low and slow. So all of the flavor stays in that big pot. It infuses itself into the rice and the meat and whatnot. So you can see in this dish there's a bunch of spices in there. What can I see? There's a mustard seed, I think I saw cloves in there. So all of the fragrance from the aromatics and the spices will be in the dish, and that's what makes it so special. Just smelling it now, it smells absolutely heavenly. Cloves, cinnamon, and the smell of the rice with the fat. I've just gotta get in. All right, just a big heaping pile of rice, I reckon, first. Super oily in a great way, and very flavoursome, packed with that fat from the meat. Let's try a bit of this buffalo. So the buffalo's on the bone. The meat is tender as anything. It just melts in your mouth. That is insane. A lot of flavour, very savoury, quite salty. Wow. I just can't get enough. It's really hearty, very sort of satisfying to eat. I could just keep shoveling it in. I'm loving the spot too. Actually, for Old Delhi, it's quite peaceful and calm in this alleyway. There's not too much going on. There's a couple of goats wandering past. The kids are coming out of school, so tons of kids rocking past. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. How was school?
How was school? Oh, my teeth gonna
Cheese! All right, impromptu photo session with those school kids is now over. Back to the biryani. That buffalo, I just can't get over it. Sensational. And just the general flavour of it, it's very subtle. It's got the tiniest gentle burn from chili. It's not overwhelming. It's just a really, really great plate of food. One of the reasons I love eating in Old Delhi is because it is packed full of heritage eateries. So like the first place that we went to this morning for the bedmi puri, it's been open since 1910. This next stop has been around since 1906, specialising in one thing and one thing only, and that is kulfi, which is Indian style ice cream. What's special about this kulfi shop is that they started this tradition of freezing the kulfi in the fruit. So I ordered a pomegranate flavoured kulfi, and it's actually in the fruit itself, which is neat. He just had to crack it open to get the ice off. Now I think he's going to carve it up.
Beautiful.
Beautiful colour. So the guy just asked me if I wanted some spice on top, so I said yes, and then now he's popping some lemon over it. They've sliced the pomegranate right up. It's so pretty. Never had kulfi like this before.
This is such a neat way for kulfi to be served. So we went with the pomegranate one, and I love how it's been sliced up. It's so beautiful. So it now looks like we've got a sort of a ruby orange or something here, but it's just a ice cream beautifully stuffed into the pomegranate. And they put a bit of spice mix on there. Oh, that's a great balance. Beautiful pomegranate flavour, beautiful natural sweetness, but it's also been sweetened a bit, so nice and sweet. It's a little bit icy, but still very creamy. And that spice tastes quite like cumin. Yeah. beautiful balance. So I think it might be a bit of a spice mix, but I'm getting a lot of cumin out of that. And that goes so well with the sweetness. It's got a sweetness like ice cream, but now it's really building in the fruitness, the fruity flavors in there. So the natural fruit flavors are coming on very strong. Oh, that is very good kulfi. And I love that very unique way it's served. It's something just very different. So kulfi is something you'll find all over the place, but having it served in the fruit, really nice little touch and a really cool little place. So right here in the laneways, as always, all action stuff going on. It's just a neat little shop frontage serving this really great kulfi. This is very nice. We've made our way on foot to our next stop. So it's been about a 20-minute walk, which I love doing here in Delhi because there is so much to see. We've got some street food going on here. Look at all the fabric around me. So there's all this beautiful fabric for saris all around me. Just there's constantly stuff to see, stuff to look at while you're walking. So it's a really exciting place to wander. But we've just about reached our next street food. So it's just up a little laneway around the corner, I think.
Our next street food is just right here on the corner. This shop specializes in chaat or savory snacks, and every time we walk past they're always heaving, raging with people. Actually now, there's a bit of a gap in the crowd, so let's quickly order. Namaste! Oh, delicious. Dhanyavad. This little spot is a bit of a local institution. It is packed out with people. They serve two snacks. This is the first of them. It's called dahi bala. So what it is essentially some lentil donuts or fried lentil balls, I suppose. You can see them there. And they're served room temperature and crushed up. And what he does is he puts a whole ladle of dahi over it. So dahi is curd or yogurt. So you can see that creamy yogurt. And then he pours a sweet red sauce over it. I really love this snack because I find it very refreshing because of the curd, and also it's very comforting to eat. It's all smushy and whatnot. The lentil ball is starting to soak up that curd, so it's going all smushy. Oh, it's really good. It's refreshing, creamy, cold. The lentil ball almost has the consistency of cake. And like I said, it's really soaked up that dahi. I love the sauce that they popped on top. Actually just crunched into a pomegranate seed. It's very sweet and tangy. Sort of tastes a little bit like tamarind to me. Wow, I can't stop eating. It's addictive. I love how the lentil ball isn't stodgy. It's very light, very soft, and it's just soaked up all of that curd. So when you bite into it, it sort of explodes with curd. That's great.
This stand is right in a very busy thoroughfare. It's quite a neat little stand actually because it's just a bench essentially in this very busy laneway. So it's full on with people, but they do two things very well here. The other one is Aloo Tikki, so we're going to get some of that now, and I'm standing in the smoke coming up from all the oil, and these the potato cakes. So Aloo Tikki is these little potato cakes, and oh man, the smell in there is incredible. Actually, you can see the guy just in here making the potato patties. Sheena's totally stuck in a crowd there, but you can see this guy just making the potato patties, and this guy's frying them up. All right, I've got my plate of Aloo Tikki. It's chaos in there, so it's pretty much like a crossroads. So there's a four-way junction, so it is full on. There's so much foot traffic. This Aloo Tikki looks really, really good. So it's simple dish. I mean, it's got these potato cakes, and then we got it with both spicy, so that's the green sauce. So that'll be a coriander chutney with a whole lot of chili in it. and a sweet sauce. So that sweet sauce is exactly the same sauce that Sheena has just had. And where's it gone? Just there. Look at that beautiful big raisin in there, super plump. Let's break into this potato cake. Have a nosy inside. So it looks like there's some greens in there as well. Oh no, it's just straight up potato and a bunch of spice maybe. We'll get a huge chunk. This one's covered in the spicy sauce. That is so nice and crispy on the outside and really creamy, that potato on the inside. And that coriander chutney that it's in is nice and spicy, but not too crazy actually. Just a nice sort of earthy taste from the coriander, and then a nice kick of chili in there too. Let's rip into this aloo tikki a bit more. Oh, look at all that color in there. So it's got a bunch of like spice there. You can really see it there. I can see a fennel seed. It's a bunch of spices right in there. I'm gonna go from this side because I can get the sweet sauce over here. Oh, that sweet sauce, really good. Tangy, so like Sheena said, I think a tamarind base to it. I love these snacks in India. Very simple, very well done, and the places are so busy. I mean, look at the crowd all around here. Everyone's grabbing a plate, and so it's always very fresh. They're just constantly pulling fresh potato cakes out of that oil, so they haven't sat there, they haven't got stodgy. They're still super crispy on the outside. It is very tasty.